beautiful thing about being a chef, I have been given the opportunity to cook for so many people.
Chef will make the simplest dishes, but he'll add a special twist that'll make it gourmet level.
I usually have guests come by on Sunday. First thing they look for is dessert. You can never go wrong with your traditional pound cake. One of the most personal things that you can do for an individual is cook for them. Because, believe it or not, you're nurturing their soul.
And when you see him on camera, you're watching his show and he brings you into it and you immediately just feel like, man, I love this guy.
Back in July of last year, I received a call from an old client telling me that there's an opportunity for me with a food show, reality type show, from literally talking to a talent agency to actually talking to the network.
The Chef Ray YouTube channel story really begins with him reaching out to me to make him a sizzle reel because he was gonna pitch that sizzle reel to a network.
But of course, I was placed on standby. Now, me being Chef Ray, I don't like to sit idle. I called my great friend, O'Shea Woodhouse, who owns O'Shea Visuals, and I told him, I said, O'Shea, I want to start my own YouTube channel.
And immediately the light kind of flicked in my head. I was just like, man, we can really do this ourselves.
Because the truth of the matter is, it's all of my story.
We really put the idea together to basically show Chef Ray for who he is. And if you've ever met Chef Ray, and what you're gonna see from Chef Ray is that he's a big personality.
O'Shea and I talked and everything, and I said, O'Shea, what I need for you to do is shoot it, edit.
Like you're about to season the pan.
And also help me write a little bit in the end.
And the relationship kind of blossomed from there.
What's said at the table stays at the table.
The best part about co-producing Chef Ray's show is that I eat anything he's making on the show.
For one, I grew up around food. But as far as, I believe the first meal that I cooked, I was a junior in high school. My dad, he recognized it first. And I love Mexican food. So I remember I would make homemade burritos for his coworkers, rice and beans, and he would take it on Fridays. So usually I would do it on Thursday nights. My dad, being the man that he was, he would come back on Friday and I would get like $50 from him because he would basically, I mean, his coworkers would give him 5, 6, whatever they wanted to give. They would actually, I guess, tip me. I went from high school cooking during my college days, going to work in corporate America, spending 16 years in corporate America, but at the same time, it always came back to the weekend cooking, or if my parents had birthdays, special events, holidays, I was assigned to cook. My friends, they were like, Ray, you need to go to culinary school. And I'm like, I was like, no, because I've moved up through the ranks in corporate America, had a great position. I was 35 at that time. It took an additional 2 years to push me to go to the Art Institute. At that time, I pushed through the program in 2 years and actually left my corporate job 8 months before graduation. Those that had committed to me early on, they actually called. And that's how I started my initial small catering company. I had did a couple events for an interior designer. She said, Chef, I have a family that's moved to town, a high profile family, and they're looking for an older chef that they want to be their chef, executive chef, as well as their house manager, manage their home. So I had no earthly idea who I was doing a tasting for, and I hear the footsteps coming. Lo and behold, it's Tracy McGrady. And I ran down everything I had. And he says, let's start with dessert. And then we started with, the next thing was the protein. And we started with chicken. And he's enjoying it. And he says, when can you start? And I'm like, what? He says, the job's yours. And sure enough, I spent 5 years with him. And we are literally family now. Working for Tracy propelled me to move forward. and to work with so many other celebrities. That's how the opportunity with Beyonce became available to cook the 4 days for her when she was doing a photo shoot. So I went from spending the 5 years with Tracy to opening my own catering kitchen. And from the catering kitchen, opening up the restaurant, which was Chef Ray's. And I received a call from the nutritionist from the Astros asking if I would be interested in supplying dinner for the Astros on games night. And I said, yeah, it's a great opportunity. It went so well, the Astros offered me the full-time executive team position. And because Jose Altuve and I didn't speak the same language, completely different cultures. But at the end of the day, because of food, it united us, and we're still friends today.
Hi, and welcome to Chef Ray's Treasures of Food. If there's no color on the plate, I'm not gonna eat.
Chef Ray's show, it covers so many bases. He's the type of person that he'll be speaking with you and he'll just drop motivational quotes that'll carry on with you outside of the kitchen into life.
No matter what the language or cultural barrier we have, food is universal. It has one common goal. It unites people as one.
So I saw it as a no-brainer. Like, let's make this YouTube channel and let's show people the man behind the food.
And you know, as my dad would tell me, if you can't do it for yourself, no one else will. So the goal is someone will bless me with the platform of having my own cooking show. In the beginning, he was my biggest critic, but in the end, he was my biggest supporter and literally my hero. I'm forever grateful to my dad, and what I do is for my parents.